Welcome to the UFO Disclosure Symposium preview. We're getting ready to launch the symposium up in Vernal, Utah, May 27th through the 29th. And guess who's going to be there? None other than Charlieboy from the hit television show on the Discovery Channel, Mystery at Blindfrogranch. Charlie, I'm so glad to have you on here today. How are you doing?
Well, I'm doing great. I appreciate the opportunity to talk about the symposium some.
It's going to be really exciting. There's a whole big lineup of a lot of amazing people coming up there, and you're going to be one of the presenters and speakers at the symposium. But let everybody know a little bit of your background. How did you get involved with all the stuff going on up in the Utah Basin, Charlie?
Well, Dwayne and I hooked up together. This was in the early 2000s, and then through some mutual friends. And then at 2009, I believe it was, I think I have some pictures that were actually dated 2008 of the ranch. But I'm going to say 2009 was my first trip up to the ranch to do exploration and start the project. And so, from that point on, we've just been together, and everybody else has drifted off, and it's just been me and Dwayne, and then Chad came on, and one thing led to another, and here we are today.
Yeah. So did you have any idea when you got involved with Dwayne up there in northern Utah that the level and depth of mystery going on up there, not only underground but up in the sky with unidentified objects in the sky? Did you have any idea going into it that was going to be all involved?
Yeah, we had talked about some of the weirdness, I guess, at that time we called it, that goes on up there, and we would camp out there, and then we would see stuff in the in the skies, but we were very limited on our night vision, and I had night vision, but it was Series 1 type stuff, and so it wasn't like what we're using today at all. So it started out, and with what happened to Dwayne up there, we kind of expected the unexpected always.
Yeah. So he actually started running into some of this stuff, and is that why he brought you on? Because you have like experience in security work and things like that. So you came up there and started working with him, helping provide security, and then one thing led to another, and you got exposed to a lot of different mysterious stuff going on. That's what I think a lot of people don't understand, maybe if they watch the show or they bought tickets or going to buy tickets to come to the symposium, that not only is there like 4 pieces of new UFO footage that are going to be released at the symposium, but if you come to the event, you're going to be right in the heart of like an alleyway of strange phenomenon occurring. So that's a hot spot up there near Blindfrogranch in the Utah Basin. Charlie, have you seen anything unusual? You said you mentioned that you've seen some weird stuff up in the basin. What kind of stuff have you experienced up there yourself?
Well, we were up, let's see, it was last year actually. I was sitting there kind of over in the energy zone, and the wind was blowing at probably 20 miles an hour. Clouds were moving rapidly across the sky, probably at about 1,500 feet to 2,000 feet, coming across the tops of the mountains. And this one cloud was off to my right at the top of the energy zone, and it never moved. It just sat there.
And with all the other clouds are blowing past with the wind, but one cloud wasn't moving at all, huh?
Yeah, this thing it stayed right pretty much at the point where Dwayne saw the other craft that had come in there to check on the property that night. It was in the same spot. That cloud was in the same spot there. And I just sat there and watched it, and it never changed shape. It never changed its form. It never moved. And all the other clouds are going right across the top of it, and it just sat there. So, I got to think that it was, there was something inside of it, behind it, or whatever, and this went on for 15 minutes. So it wasn't like it was there for 5 or 10 seconds. It was there a long time.
Yeah. And now you guys have invested in a lot of different equipment and night vision equipment. I know like Dr. Jim Segala, he's got sensory equipment all over that people can go into the Blindfrogranch outposts and even see the monitors of the information coming in off of those. And it just keeps getting more and more. So Charlie, when the Pentagon and the Navy came out a few years ago and admitted that the UFO footage, like the Tic Tac and the gimbal and go fast footage, when you saw that and they started admitting that, what was running through your mind? Because now you and Dwayne have experienced this up in the basin, and now our own government and Pentagon are revealing that these are valid unidentified or UAP objects that they can't explain. So what did that change things for you guys and start to take it more seriously, or was this already, you guys knew that this was a real thing?
No, we already knew. I mean, we've experienced it. You're out there at night, and this is before the cameras ever showed up, and we'd be out there 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, and we'd just be walking around the ranch, and we would be looking around in the skies and using night vision, and we saw everything that was moving around up there. We saw things that were what people would call unexplained, but there's only one explanation for something that can stand perfectly still and then just shoot off in different directions. It's got to be some type of a craft, and and the fact that even one night Chad had a laser and was doing SOS, or not SOS, but was doing the laser in language to a spacecraft up there, and it actually sent him back a message.
Really?
Yeah, it was pretty wild. All three of us were just going, "Wow, that's some of the neatest stuff I've ever seen." Yeah. And so it's what they're up there watching us. We know that, and they've certain factions up there have been big help, and we appreciate that, and we love that they're there watching us. I mean, they're not all good and they're not all bad either. So we like to have them around.
Yeah, definitely. It seems like it's been a part of the story of the Utah Basin for a long time. In fact, when you go and explore the surrounding areas, like I've seen on the television show that you appear on, I've been up there myself and gone and looked at the petroglyphs right near the ranch. And it makes you wonder with the petroglyphs and the cave systems, like how far back does this go? And that's when I was talking to Travis Taylor, who works on the other side of the basin over there. And he was saying the same thing. It's just so mind-boggling to wrap your head around how far back in ancient culture it seems like the phenomenon has been around. And like we would see massive installations and our top team scientists if they were our human-made craft. So there's something strange going on, and I don't know what it is, but I'm really excited to come to the symposium where you and other top-notch professionals and scientists and PhD physicists are all going to be there to watch these 4 new pieces of UFO footage come out that are military-grade FLIR footage that we're going to be able to watch. So what are you looking forward to with that, Charlie? When you get to watch that footage finally, is there anything specifically that you're fascinated in looking for?
Just the way they move, and how nimble the craft are. I mean, they can do so many different things, and from what I've seen up in the skies, none of that surprises me at all. And and James revealed that there's like a corridor going all the way down into New Mexico there that these craft use, and the government was highly involved in, I guess, in operations of watching these things or whatever they were doing there. So I think everybody is well aware that they come in and out, but I haven't seen all 4 of those. So it's going to be new to me, and the scientists that are working up there and everybody that's doing the research, I'm not a researcher and I'm not a scientist. So I get fascinated with what they're coming up with also. And seeing the fact that of the energy level that your body has on and off the ranch, because now we've been able to document that through, a testing of 12 different people on the ranch, and then the same 12 people, on and off the ranch, and we have the different ratings. So, there's a lot that I get fascinated with these scientists and what they're doing. And I appreciate everything they're doing too, because it explains a lot to me that I wouldn't have known, being, retired law enforcement. We don't study this stuff. So, we chase bad guys for a living. So, so it's all fascinating to me.
It's going to be really interesting. I haven't seen all 4 pieces of the footage either. And so I'm really intrigued. And you're right, having all these like-minded people together from different fields of research and experience, and you living up there for a lot of the time, working on the ranch and experiencing yourself, all coming together with like minds to try and wrap our heads around this and try to understand what is going on, what does the footage show us, and then have the open forum to discuss it finally, and from all of our different opinions and angles. I can't wait. I'm really excited. And if anybody out there is watching this, wants to pay attention and follow what's going to happen, make sure and go to the UFO Disclosure Symposium.com and get your tickets today so that you can check out Charlieboy when he does his full presentation up on the panel for Blindfrogranch and everybody at the UFO Disclosure Symposium. And I can't wait to see what you guys have to talk about and what comes forward, Charlie.
Oh yeah, this is probably going to be, for me, this will be one of the best symposiums or conferences I think that I've ever been to, because it really is getting down to a lot of the things that we've been saying for years. Now it's being proven.
Right.
This is going to be a great symposium, and I'm really looking forward to it.
Well, I can't wait, Charlie, and I can't wait to hang out with you up there and see you again soon, and we'll see you there.
Well, we'll all get together after it and have a blue moon.
We will for sure. All right. You have a good one, Charlie.
All right. Thank you so much.